look at us, we're matching.
Wow.
We're matching.
We're so cool though.
We're only juniors, so we don't know all the answers to high school. We barely did a full year of high school. Freshman year, halfway. Sophomore year, I did hybrid. I think she stayed home.
Yeah, I stayed home.
And now we start school on Thursday, so
we're living life. We already started school by the time you guys see this anyways.
probably.
We gave you the best answers,
Yeah.
COVID version.
Yeah, COVID version.
Literally a lockdown version. Hey guys!
Hey.
Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I live in the suburbs of Chicago. It's really boring out here. I already know what we're doing from the title. But I'm doing it with my best friend.
Hey.
Background of us. She came to my school in 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
She looked hated me when we
I didn't hate her. I just thought she was a bitch, right? Because one of our friends,
like one of our friends at that time.
yeah, at the time, she introduced us, and she just seemed so mean. You know, with me being a new girl, I've never lived in where I live right now. This place is very bougie. I was not used to it. So I was like, oh, these people here is going to be mean, rich, little snobby people. And she was like, she fit the criteria right away. It was just the first time. And I was like, great. Great. But look at us now.
Anyways, so basically, we don't go to the same high school. But yeah, so we don't go to the same high school. So her high school is more of like white Asian dominant, and then mine is more diverse. So if our answers are different, that's literally why. We went to the same middle school. No, I did not like leave where I live or whatever. It was just the middle school split up.
Yeah.
So then she goes to high school that's closer to me, but
it's stupid.
Whatever. So I basically asked you guys to ask me questions on my Instagram. So if you ever want to be part of like videos like these, make sure you follow my Instagram. It'll be somewhere on the screen.
Follow mine too.
And follow hers too. Basically, I made you guys ask me some questions, and we're here to answer them now, as honest and truthfully as we possibly can. First question: how do you manage your time? Okay, well, with me, if you guys didn't know, I have mild ADHD, so I take medicine for that to help me like focus and stuff. So my strategy is basically to get everything done that's like important or like harder during that time of like my meds are actually like in my system. Then whatever like other stuff that I have to do that's like easier or whatever, and like stuff that I actually like to do, I tend to do that later in the night. But I don't know how that's gonna go for junior year, and especially since I haven't been like in person in like more than a year. So like of course it's really different from online school and in person. But yeah, I kind of suck at managing my time. I'm very good at procrastinating and like double tasking, and then I end up doing one thing over the other. I feel like it's different for every single person how you manage your time. It like takes a bit to like get to know yourself and like understand what's really good for you. Like I know tons of people who like wake up really early and do homework. I'm not like that. I'm a night owl, so I tend to stay up during the night and then like sleep for a little bit hours, because I don't know, I guess my body's like used to me working with less hours of sleep in my system.
Me, I do a sport, so and my sport takes up a lot of my time. Like I think my sport lasts for like 6 months, and I do school obviously, and I have a social life. So I know people out there, you guys want to do all three. You can do it, but you just gotta make sure you like put what's important first. And school's important, okay, by the way. No sports. I mean, but like school should be at the top. So like whenever I have free time, I try to do my homework. Like if I'm at lunch and like I'm just chilling with my friends or something, I'll try to sneak in some homework, some worksheets or whatever, so then I can go do my sport, go do practice, come home, do what I gotta do, and the rest of the time homework. Okay, homework. So my social life can come in late. I'll see my friends in the hallways, football games. You know, I gotta go for a reason.
Yeah.
So it really depends on how your brain works.
Yeah, like just how you yourself
works. Because
oh, by the way, she does a sport and then I do clubs.
Yeah,
my thing is clubs, and
I should do clubs too.
Okay, next question. How do you make new friends?
Oh, I got this.
She got it.
So you should, I know this is really corny, be yourself. I promise you,
literally,
you'll make good friends being yourself. Don't try to act like you're someone that you're not, because then you'll make friends that don't align with who you are, if that makes sense.
And then you're gonna end up feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're not gonna feel like you can
and like
be
if you're in a friend group where you have your friends, why waste all that time?
Literally.
Right? Like, and again, it's perfectly fine to not have a friend group. Like us too, especially, we'd rather have like close friends that we do like every single thing with, or like we're always in the zone with, rather having like a big friend group. And like obviously it comes with like drama, and it comes with like so much other stuff. If you're in a friend group, I'm not trying to like diss you and stuff, like obviously I have my own friend group. Like I'm in a dance friend group, obviously it's not school, but like I do have a friend group. But I'm saying that don't make that like a big like thing in your head that like you have to circle around and like overthink about. It's like, oh my god, I have to be in a friend group, I have to be in a friend group. Like again, everything happens for a reason. So if you have like one really close friend, of course you're gonna go to your class classes and stuff, and then you could end up like having like groups with like that, or like having like groups and classes that you guys like do everything together too. Like that's totally fine. Again, it's high school, you know, like you have a whole future ahead of you. Who knows if you're gonna even talk to all these people, right? Yes. These people are like amazing childhood friends. Like that's how I think of it. It's like they're gonna be childhood friends that I don't want to have any like bad thing with. Like I want to, you know, spend my time the most that I can with like specific people, because I know that, hey, maybe we have a high likely chance that we'll still be in touch together in the future. Like us too. We barely see each other. We're still in touch.
I would also say be open to new things. Don't close yourself to one thing just because it worked for you for so long.
Next question. Who recommend taking AP courses?
APs are a scam. Okay, we were just talking about that.
Yeah.
But it's at the same time, you gotta go into what the college board determines your future, basically.
Yeah, I would say do the AP classes that you're generally interested in, or you think that's actually gonna help you in the future. For example, we both took AP Human. Obviously, that's not gonna do anything with our future, like what we want to do or whatever. It was a good starter of an AP class, just so we get the idea of what exactly it is. I'm not against APs, and I'm not for APs. I'm generally like smack in the middle, and the reason why is, of course, everyone has like entitled to their own opinion. If you generally think that APs are amazing, they're gonna help you in the future, then go ahead. Do your whole schedule as an AP. I personally know that I cannot do that with all the other things that I do. For example, YouTube. A lot of my time does go into YouTube and my clubs and all my extracurriculars, right? I just do the APs that I think are gonna benefit me in college and in the future. For example, this year I'm taking AP Psych. I'm going into Psych, so I said, you know what, why not? Let's learn early. I've always been interested in, it's always been around me, surrounded by me. Taking AP English. That one, okay, it could help me in the future with like, you know, analyzing and like actually understanding and like moving forward in college. But also my mom was an English major, so she kind of made me do that one. Next, I'm doing AP Art History. AP Art History is one of like the easiest AP classes, and the reason why I'm doing that one is because I need an art course if I want to like apply to the West Coast, and like it's kind of beneficial. That's why I took that course. Obviously, you know, people do AP classes for different reasons. I know tons who do like AP Bio if they're going to med school. In the end, it matters the most that you know what you're doing, like you're doing whatever it is that helps you towards what you want to. Again, I want to be a psychologist, so I've been doing like shadowing and interns with like psychologists, going to the hospital, understanding it more, and like the brain and like neurology and all that sort of stuff. So it really doesn't matter how many APs you do. It matters more of like the APs that you've done, how is that going to affect you positively in the future. That makes sense.
Don't take APs thinking they're going to be able to skip this class in college, because a bunch of the times that's not going to happen.
And also a lot of colleges don't take that many AP classes. It's kind of low-key a scam. Like our AP Human, I already knew that our AP scores weren't gonna, like, no one's gonna use it. I would say take an easy AP course at the beginning if you want to. It's totally fine if you drop out. No one's gonna think you're done. No one's gonna think you're stupid. Everyone has their own strength and weaknesses, and it just matters how much you can put on your plate and how much you can really balance everything out.
I would recommend dual credit classes if your school has that. I'm taking a dual credit right now.
I just took the dual credit class,
and that one, at least with my school, I could take that credit anywhere I go, anywhere I want to go.
You do like your research and stuff to see what school take your AP classes that you want to do. Okay, next question. What is your favorite part about in-person school? I haven't been in person in a long time, but I think my favorite part was like actually really getting to know my teachers and like having that bond. Like I have like a handful of teachers that I generally can like to all the time and like all sorts of that, and it was really hard for me to do that while we're like online, because you really can't create that connection, go up to them and talk to them and all sorts of that. So I think it was like creating your connection and stuff with your teachers also, which is really helpful for like when you apply for college and stuff, because you need your letter of recommendation. Also just in general to help with your other classes and stuff. Like I have this one English teacher from my freshman year, but like she still helps me with all my English stuff. She goes over all my papers to make sure it's fine, and she still like gives me advice and all that sort. But then again, I think it's also making friends and getting to know more people. Like it really sucked for me, especially because it was just my freshman year that I left, so I really barely like fully know people. I mostly just know of people, if that makes sense.
And for me, I find it easier to learn in person over a computer. Being in person is more strict and rigid, and that's what I need to learn to get like the grades that I want to get. And obviously making friends is much more easier in person than like at home.
Are the seniors actually scary? I mean, mean, for me, there wasn't any senior, at least in my classes, that were scary. I actually bonded more with the seniors in my classes than like the people in my actual grade.
Literally, though.
I mean, so maybe like as a joke they try to act like they're all that, but we're really all on the same page. I don't know if that's like just because like our district and how people are here, but
well, we have a separate building for freshmen.
Oh yeah, you're a little tiny.
Yeah, I was just with the freshmen. I didn't really get to interact with the seniors, only for my sport and hybrid. But hybrid, how many seniors were there? It was only a couple.
Is it actually like the movies and shows portray it to be? I mean, no,
I say no.
I wish it did though.
I really wish it did.
I wish it did. No, it doesn't. I mean, maybe there's possibly like some movies and shows that like kind of in a way show it, but it's really not. Like the thing is, like there's like the popular people who like bully you constantly. It's really not that.
I promise you, no one cares. Everyone cares
really,
themselves.
Yeah, no one cares. If people crap talk about you, trust me, probably in the future they'll DM you and hit you up and be like, oh my god, hey, it's been so long. It's not as bad as it kind of seems in high school. Yeah, they kind of like push off like the academics in school and like the stress behind that, which kind of sucks. But like in general with like the social life and all that stuff, like it's not really as bad as it seems. Everyone says high school's either the time of your life or the worst experience ever. What do you think?
It's not the worst experience ever, but it's not the time of your life. I mean, okay, it all depends on how you make it.
There's like pros and cons to like the whole thing.
It depends on what you do to make your high school experience the time of your life.
I also think like when people think of the time of your life, they also think of like the happy things. Well, you have all that positivity, you have to have some downfall and negativity. Like it has to balance out. It's just the way you take that negativity and like whatever hard time you're going through, that's what makes it the time of your life. Are the parties in high school the way they are in movies and shows? No. I wish they were though. High school parties, okay, I haven't been to one. I'm telling you, it's not as fun as they seem. It's boring. And high school parties here, not like with so many separate groups all in once. It's like their own tiny like group, and they have like a party and they all post about it, and that's how people know. That's literally what it is.
If you're lucky, there'll be like one or two big ones that like everyone goes to.
Yeah.
That's otherwise, if you're lucky. Trust me, I was looking forward to parties when I was younger. There's nothing.
College time!
Exactly. College. If you decide to go. It's okay if you don't. But if you decide to go, get lit in college. That's my point.
What's your opinion about dating in high school? Boys. Let me tell you. They're boys. They're not men. You're just going to have to understand this. If you want to date in high school,
go ahead.
Go ahead. I've had things in high school. I don't regret that. Well...
Yeah, here's the thing. With boys in high school, like, if you're dating, talking, it's gonna be a good story to tell in the future.
You can date in high school. I'm not gonna kill you then for that. I personally don't think it's worth it because guys are still boys and they're not men. And they're obviously gonna be more immature than you for the rest of your life. So you're just gonna have to understand that. People are like, it's not worth it dating. It's not worth it dating in high school. I didn't understand it until I was in high school and I went through the whole thing. So you hearing us right now is probably gonna do no effect to you. You're gonna be like, I'm gonna still do what I want to do. I'm not saying that every relationship in high school is bad. I know so many people who are still dating in high school and they have like the same boyfriend. That's amazing. But for people who are trying to get into like the dating realm and stuff, give it a try, but don't expect something so huge out of it.
That's what I was going to talk about. Don't expect the person you're dating to be your high school lover.
Take it as a life experience.
Just take it day by day.
Yeah.
Don't expect something like, we're gonna marry this guy.
And also, if it goes bad, that's okay. Like some relationships are meant to end. Like, they're supposed to be in your life to like give you a lesson. Take it as that.
Big facts. Don't be pressured to date because everyone else is. Because trust me, it's not gonna turn out good. So date for marriage, date to break up, and date for experiences.
Either or.
That's my motto.
Boys will forever be boys. Biggest misconception of high school.
Don't plan your future with these people now. I know I planned my future with some people who are like, oh yeah, we're gonna live here, we're gonna go to college together, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. I'm not friends with them anymore.
It's okay not to know what you want to do and like where you want to be and all this stuff, but at least make an effort. Just find your path and find your passion and find all these things. Biggest regret academically and socially. Oh, by the way, this is our last question for today. Bad grades, again, don't define you. Your grades don't define you. That's just one tiny portion of your life. And in the future, you don't need all those grades because you're already successful doing your job, all this stuff.
Like, it was too hard on myself. Before high school, I'd never got anything below B. Get to high school, my first AP human test, I got a literal
F. Oh my
F.
God, I remember that.
A literal
did.
F.
Yeah.
And I was bawling. I was like, I have never gotten an F before. But guess what? I got through it. I did it. I did what I had to do. I got more F's, obviously, but I think I was more like I always had to get an A or B. Don't be too hard on yourself. Your mental health matters. What's going on in your brain matters. So if you're too hard on yourself, you're pushing yourself too hard, and just for like your academics and everything.
You go through paths of like having regret, but that regret makes you a better person. It's really just you understanding you yourself and like what you know you can do and like how far you can push yourself. Usually, I think for me, I regret overthinking it and just like not going with the flow. It's okay to have one friend. It's okay to do this. It's okay to do that. Like it's okay to have your bad days and feel like you have no one. In reality, you have these many people, and it doesn't have to be so many people. It's just like if you have one or two, you're fine.
I was gonna say my biggest regret socially is trying to have like the biggest friend group. Like I had so many people. I had all these people, but freshman year I ended up going to homecoming alone because it was too much. It was a whole lot. Yeah, I went to homecoming alone. Just don't think that you have to have the biggest friend group. If you have those one or two friends, stick with them. I promise more will come through, but just don't think you have to be like besties with everyone.
I think that's it.
That's it.
Wow, we did so good.
I know, right? It's my first time being on YouTube. Guys, go follow my Instagram.
Wow, she out here so plugging herself. Thank you all so much for watching this week's video. If you want me to do more Q&A, more like high school stories, and all that stuff, make sure you follow my Instagram. Make sure you add my Snapchat. I like post a lot about behind the scenes and like question stuff that you guys want me to do, and even just like in general, like what videos you guys want to see from my channel. I post all of that on there, so make sure you go out there. I interact with you guys. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you turn on the post notifications on. Make sure you like this video. And if you didn't like this video, don't do anything because that would just suck.
That would hurt us. You
would
don't want to break our hearts.
You don't want to do that to us, especially when junior year starting. Oh my god, you don't want to do that to us.
Okay, anyway.
But anyway, thank you all so much for watching this week's video. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.